Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about the transit Black Moon Lilith Sextile or Trine one's natal Mars. Now, this transit may manifest in a higher level of the placement of the BML transit. Powerful enemies, it could be prominent people in one's life, being in harmony with your actions, your energy, drive, and motivation. Now, I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. This is not about powerful enemies being in literally really being in harmony with your actions and energy, but what it is that it could be about having the drive, the motivation, having that energy and vitality to deal with the powerful enemies at this time, and to do activities that are connected with people that play a prominent role in your life as well. And this is also a time, really where, these people, people that are, and also, people that are, connected with Mars, whether they're leaders, people could be in some kind of management position or sports or sexual partner. These people can be positive toward you in terms of embracing a higher level of the transit of the BML. Now, the thing about this is, well, first off, now the BML, the transit of the BML, naturally, that doesn't supplant or replace your natal, BML placement. Your natal, BML placement is there with you for the entirety and duration of your life. Now, the thing about this, though, is that you could feel effects of this positively in this example with this transit because it's a sextile or trine aspect. And of course, sextiles and trines are auspicious and harmonious aspects in astrology. Now, the thing is, some of you may wonder, too, okay, what's the difference? Like with this transit, sextile and trine in contrast to the conjunction transit. Well, the conjunction transit, okay, sextile and trine again is auspicious, it's harmonious, it's a positive blending of the transit and the natal placement. Now, the thing about the conjunction is, the conjunction is comparable, but it's not precisely or exactly the same as the sextile or trine. The conjunction aspect is neutral. It can have good and bad qualities. Conjunctions are intensifying, integrating, amalgamating. It's a strong concentration of energy, of that astrological energy that is involved in the transit. And like say for example, if you have the transit of the BML making a conjunction to your natal Mars, it could be a time where you might become really obsessed or fixated, which is the BML, in matters connected. Could be with sex, with leadership, with just taking action, just general activity in general. And when you have the BML, the transit, making the sextile or trine aspect, it's more, it could be more just about simply having that right amount of passion and drive for general actions or for sexual activity, for doing things, connected with leadership or courage or what have you. And the thing about this transit as well is that this is about, it's a very good time, just for general, passion and enthusiasm, because when you have the transit of the BML, making a positive aspect to the natal Mars, you're talking about having that right amount of passion and desire, which is the BML, and Mars can be connected with enthusiasm. And it's about also doing things, general actions, having the passion and desire, the right amount of passion and desire for those actions. If you have, let's say, the natal Mars is in the zodiac sign Cancer, like me, those actions, it could be introverted activities, home-related matters. Maybe it's something connected with history. I could say they get history, or cooking, or doing something nostalgic. As some examples. Maybe it's laundry or plumbing. And the thing about this too, now anatomically speaking, okay, Mars is connected, with the head, the skull, the face, and the sexual organs. So this could be a time If you have any issues anatomically, what I just described, that are connected with Mars, again, going back to the BML, being connected with passion, having passion, desire, it's more about having that right amount of passion, desire to do things, to take care of those issues, especially if you've hesitated or procrastinated, on those matters. And the thing about this too, and again, this is about the transit, of the BML. The Black Moon Lilith, can be connected, with what may put one, in a strong state of fright or trepidation. And when you have the transit of this making a sextile or trine, a harmonious aspect to the natal Mars, well, this could give the right amount, of courage and fortitude to combat those fears, to deal with that energy at this time. Now, at the time I'm making this video, okay, transit BML was in the zodiac sign Cancer. And many people collectively, maybe there's a fear, of starting a family, maybe of showing some kind of emotion or sensitivity. Maybe there's a fear of getting hurt as a result of it. There may be more intensified fear of criticism and ridicule, as some examples. And the thing about it is, or even just getting away, from a negative or nefarious family situation, if this would be the time, if you're having this transit, making a sextile or trine to your natal Mars, to have that right amount of courage to do something about that at this time, to deal with that. This is also, as far as this transit goes, it's about, really having, the ability, it could be, that desire and passion to just for simple leadership at this time. If you've been somebody, say you've been in some subordinate or subservient role for some time, even if you're, a person that's not looking, like say for a management position, it could be about just showing leadership and taking initiative, at your place of business, at this point in time. And the fact, again, the transit, the Black Moon Lilith is connected with people that may play a provocative role in your life. And this is the time where those people can be beneficial and advantageous to you in providing, inspiring you, giving you, motivation and drive to do things. If you've been somewhat, stagnant or idle for some time, and you feel like, you've been stuck in neutral, basically, it's a time where those people might be able to give you that, more that motivation to get up and start doing things that you need to do for yourself, perhaps that you might have hesitated or procrastinated on. And it's also a time, if you need, Mars is about confrontation. So if there's an enemy that's been a thorn in your side, and you want to handle this, whether it's through legal means or whatever legal way you can do this, then this could be the time where it can be a positive time for doing so, and having that courage to be able to do so. Or if you're dealing with something nefarious in your life in general, this could be that time to be able to do that, to take action on those matters. It's also another way this transit may be expressed. It could be a time where it's positive and auspicious, again, for that intense passion, desire, which is the BML, and it can be for efforts that require physical strength, which is Mars. Now, let's say, for example, if the natal Mars is in Aries, it could be doing something with carpentry, hiking, maybe combat sports, welding, as some examples. Now, also, the attempt to embrace the higher level of this transit of the BML may be assisted, by somebody that may be a sexual partner, or somebody that's in some leadership position, and that's Mars. Now, if the transit Black Moon Lilith is in Taurus, it could be that higher level of the transit you may be trying to embrace. Could be about really just not necessarily being affluent monetarily, maybe being affluent in spirit, showing persistence, perseverance, loyalty, good financial acumen as some examples. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. But anyway, now also too, the people that play a provocative role in your life, which is the Black Moon Lilith, may be in harmony and agreement with those things you have the drive and motivation and enthusiasm, which is Mars for. If the natal Mars is in Pisces, as an example, it could be, those things you have that drive and motivation for can include the less fortunate, such as the impoverished, the oppressed, the homeless, or the hungry. It could be matters with the metaphysical, which includes astrology or spirituality, poetry, dancing, photography, as some examples. And also, too, that void you may be having in your life, which is the BML, may be dealt with more courage, which is Mars at this time. If the transit Black Moon Lilith is in Gemini, as an example, that void can be connected with maybe just diversity or showing versatility. Could be matters with communications, being able to articulate and verbalize things. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.